Hey everybody, welcome to Rano's Radar. Super excited today because I'm here in one of my favorite places in America. It's Pigeon Forge here in Tennessee. And not just that, but we are here at Jeep Invasion, and I've got Zach here with me. So we're gonna ask him, what is Jeep Invasion?
So Jeep Invasion, as I'm sure you guys will see, is basically just a huge Jeep show from basically around the USA, where everybody who loves Jeeps, Gladiators, anything to do with Jeeps, this is basically their home and their show for the whole weekend, really.
So is it safe to say that we're gonna see some customized Jeeps?
Oh yes, definitely safe to say. Whether it's inside the show or even just out in the parking lot, yeah, you'll see some crazy stuff here. For sure.
Yes, because the parking lot is where it actually begins.
Yep. But
the real show is inside the Conte Centre.
Correct. Yep. So you get a little preview outside before you walk in, and then yeah, as soon as you head inside, that's kind of where all the cool stuff is.
The cool stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that's where all the crazy stuff is.
That's where we're going to be going inside now. Thank you, Zach.
Yes,
how many people do you expect to come in today?
Oh, I bet over the entire weekend, oh man, I would say at least 10,000 for sure.
Wow.
But that could be a super low estimate. But yeah, I would say 10,000 over the whole weekend at least.
And what about the Jeeps, the rides? How many are registered? Do we know?
I bet in the show alone, I think there is 2,000 in total. But then obviously there's probably hundreds or even thousands more in the parking lots. So.
Yeah, I believe that, because I did just walk through that. All right, well that's awesome. So let's go and check out some Jeeps. Thank you, Zach. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, this is absolutely beautiful. Adam, how's it going?
All right, how about you?
Good, thank you. So tell us, what have we got here?
So it is a 78 CJ5 Renegade Levi's edition. Not very common with the Levi blue interior. So everything you see paint-wise and interior is all original. Nothing's been touched. The motor we have taken out and we have painted it, and it's got a small cam, but it is a 304 V8 with headers and the side pipes.
Let's have a look at that. So the paint's original, the interior is original as well.
Correct.
And you have painted the engine.
Correct.
Have you modified the engine as well?
It does have a cam in it and a set of headers.
Okay.
A new Holley carburetor, but other than that.
Where's the headers? You have to tell me.
Yep. So headers here, the actual pipes exhaust.
Right.
And out the side pipes. They just can run down the side edge right there.
This is original.
It's only got 29,000 miles.
29,000 miles. And what year again did you say?
78.
78. So how do you have this in such an original condition?
My father has owned it for 15 years now, and we bought it from the original owner.
Okay.
We bought it when it only had 8,500 miles, and like I said, now it's got 29,000. So
wow.
Yeah, it still gets driven, but mostly for shows and stuff like that.
Mostly for shows. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So nothing crazy off-road. What about that engine? How powerful is that if you did go off-road?
It's very strong.
It's very strong.
Yeah, it's very loud right now with the headers and everything on it. It's about 110 decibels when it's cruising around. So it's definitely got the tone that everybody likes and wants to hear. But it's still great cruise in and thump around, as we always say. So
nice.
Other than that,
well, that's awesome. 29,078.
Yes, ma'am.
It's pretty original. I mean, we can just tell just by looking at the interiors here. Absolutely love it. And the tires, I'm guessing you've upgraded?
Correct. Yeah, those are a 33 1250 BFG, and then it's got a Pro Comp wheel.
A what wheel?
Pro Comp.
Okay, educate me. What does that mean?
So Pro Comp's just a brand of off-road wheels and tires. So it's a Pro Comp. It's what they call a bullet hole style. It's just a very kind of common for an old school look wheel.
Okay.
So that's why we kind of chose it.
Well, you guys did well. And did you do the engine yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how do you know how to do the engines for these?
My dad used to race back in the day, so
He used to race the Jeep?
No, he would race on dirt and stuff, the dirt cars and stuff like that. So he always tore apart engines, stuff like that. So we've got another one as well, another Jeep just like it, but we've completely frame off restoration, where this one, you know, untouched.
Yeah, you want to keep it like this.
Exactly.
That way you've got your other project and you can do what you want with it.
Yeah, one unrestored and then one fully restored. So this one we haven't touched. So.
That's a good way to go about it. And now, what is this here?
So that's the worn winch from factory. It was a factory option that they could add on, and they added that at the dealer before, of course, it was sold. So it was original 78 with it.
Wow. And from my understanding, as someone who doesn't know much about Jeeps, just I like the way they look, is this if you get stuck somewhere and then someone's able to pull you out?
Correct. Or you can pull yourself out, either one.
Yeah.
You know, it's got its own hookups. You can wrap around trees, whatever, you know, such as such.
Very convenient. Wow. And this is original from 78 it came?
Correct.
Well, you've really looked after this. You've maintained it so well. First time at Jeep Invasion?
This is my third time.
Third time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're a Jeep lover.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is it strange that I'm actually preferring the dirty side of the Jeep? It just goes with the overall look, doesn't it? Off-roading. Thorough filming of this.
Okay.
And that's what I was saying. Which side do you prefer, the clean and dirty? And I told my viewers, for some reason, I'm getting drawn to the dirty side. Aaron, how you going?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, sir. This, I mean, okay, we're gonna get to the half and half. Let's start with the basics. What have we got here?
It's just a little TJ, 1998 TJ. It's got a 4-inch suspension lift on it. It's got 456 gears, lockers, all that fun stuff. Just a good little trail toy.
It's definitely, it's not little. I wouldn't call this little.
It's little compared to a lot of other rigs, so yeah.
And what have you done to the Jeep?
Just like I said, lift, tires, shocks, gears, bumpers, you know, basic stuff to get it V-box, winch, mile marker.
Okay.
Keep it clean, you know.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Well, you only keep half of it clean because everybody is stopping here to find out what is going on here with the half and half. Now, first question that I had in my mind is that real dirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it started rain. It was washing off this morning, so.
It's real dirt. Can I touch a little bit of it?
Yeah.
All right. Wow, okay, that's real dirt hardened up. How did you do it?
Just a lot of time. You have to have a line on it, but outside of that, it's all work. So.
Okay, because this is, and you've even got...
Yeah, but that's paint.
That one is paint.
That one's paint. That's a choice. So.
Just to show you guys how dedicated Aaron has been in showing the half and half, clean or dirty side. Even the engine,
Right.
sorry,
Nope.
even the engine is half dirty and half spotless. Yeah, that's the difficulty with me in these taller cars. You know, I'm quite short, so I hope I didn't break your mirror.
You didn't. I was just worried about your legs.
No, all good, all
We're
good.
good. We're good.
And why the half and half? What's the fascination with that?
It was a joke to begin with back about 12 years ago. I just ran out of time actually detailing, because normally when I detail it, I take it apart,
Oh,
paint things, put it all back together. The frame's still original. There's no paint on the frame, but everything
Right.
else, like the shocks, the control arms, because they get gouged up.
you take it apart every time you detail?
I take like springs,
Yeah.
shocks, detail out the axles and stuff like that.
Okay.
So anything from here up is not, that's all original.
Right. Wow. Okay. And all of a sudden you thought to yourself, I'm better off saving myself time and just cleaning and detailing half the Jeep.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
That's what it's supposed to be, but it didn't save any time.
No, it wouldn't have, because I mean, just come over here. There is so much thought that has gone into getting this look. I noticed that even underneath it, half of it is mud. And how did you get underneath? I mean, even this bit here, you must have driven through some mud.
You have to lay on it.
Okay.
To get that line, you have to have the line on the whole Jeep,
Yeah.
and then you have to add mud where you need it, so it gives it that contrast.
And where did you get all your mud from?
Part of it's from the yard, part of it's from Badlands Off-Road Park, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Very cool, very cool. And I bet you drove it like this into Pigeon Forge today.
we towed it down from Indiana on an open
wow.
trailer.
Open trailer.
Yeah, that was pretty stressful, and here it is. And yeah, we'll drive it around Pigeon Forge like this. It's kind of fun.
Oh, everybody's going to absolutely enjoy that. Why the fascination for Jeeps with you?
Like off-roading. I was into Toyotas years ago, and I like Jeeps because you can take the doors off, take the tops off, it's
Yep.
like a transformer, so you can do whatever you want with it and just enjoy it.
That's a cool way to put it. It's like a transformer, because that's true. You can take off a lot of the stuff. Awesome. And Jeep Invasion, how many years have you been coming?
4th year here.
4th year here.
Yeah.
Any awards? Because I know you're in the winner's circle.
First year here, we won the Muddy Ugly, which I don't think they have that category anymore, and then outside of that, here I am right here.
That's
So,
awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Same here. Okay, so Anthony, how's it going?
Good.
So tell us, what have you got here?
2005 LJ Jeep.
Right. Now, you didn't get it like this in 2005.
Nope.
No.
This thing was yellow, ugly. Looks a lot better now.
It definitely does. Now, there is so much happening to this awesome ride. Let's just start with this. What's happening in the back here? You've got fans. Are they fans? Or?
No, that's speakers.
Oh, they're speakers.
Speakers, that's marine speakers. Yeah.
I haven't seen speakers like that, but from here with the 3 plates, bars, they look like propellers. So, okay, they're speakers.
Yep, speakers.
Cool.
So,
And even this is a speaker here as well?
there
or?
are speakers underneath this. This is custom made. This is a cage right here, a
Yeah.
cover. Custom cage in this Jeep. All poison spider.
What is this here?
That's he brought that last year that's the trophy for last year. He won best JL here at
Wow.
the same show. So
Very cool. And 2005 you bought it. It was all yellow. You've got custom frame, did you say?
no, there's suspension, custom
Custom
roll
suspension.
cage, suspension, coilovers. Took the motor out, but worked on that a little bit. Put stroker motor in it.
All right, come and show us the motor.
Even with the winch, very well. Looks all original, but
There's a lot happening though. So what motor is this?
this 3.0 inline 6.
And what did you do to it?
Refresh everything up, put a stroker kit in it, get a little more power. It's got Dana 44 front rear axles in this. Change the gears. Everything's been changed on it. Everything's been changed. The whole thing's been painted underneath the top.
Wow. Your friend was showing me some pictures. It was yellow, but also it had The doors look like they were fabric in the pictures?
Yeah, so these are half doors. These are factory style half doors. The windows that can go in here. We have the full doors for these too that roll up, and it has a hard top that goes on this, but looks better with the top off. So
definitely.
top's off.
Very cool. And you've always liked the Jeeps?
Yeah, for the most part. I like all kinds of stuff, but
Okay.
we got a couple Jeeps here.
Yep. And how long did it take for you to customize everything?
This took about a year start to finish.
A year, which is not bad. When it comes to not restoring, even customizing cars and upgrading them, that's pretty quick.
Yep.
And you did it all yourself, or you had some work done?
No, we do all this in-house in our shop.
Okay, you've got a shop. What's the shop?
Right here, Mild to Wild. Mild to Wild Custom Accessories.
Mild to Wild. Okay, and are they just for Jeeps or for any
So,
cars?
anything automotive related. Anything from accessories, the trucks, the Jeeps, the
Whatever you
street
need.
rod, yeah, almost whatever you need.
Street rods, hot
We
rods.
do restoration, all that. It's a different building that's in, but yeah,
Yep.
it's one-stop shop.
That's pretty cool. And where is it based in?
Lakeland, Florida.
Awesome. So people, if they need to get something from you or order something, they can just go to the website as well.
Yes.
It's the website mildtowild.com. That's with the number 2. All right, awesome. And are you hoping to win any awards at the show here
I don't
today?
think this year it can win again. I think it's last year. This is considered
Because
the
you've got the
Circles
trophy
winner
there
circle.
from last year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
So I don't think it can win anything this year.
Well, you never know, but it's definitely a very cool looking Jeep.
Thanks.
Loving the suspension here. And you've done such a great job with the paint. That's awesome. Thank you, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Doing the gears and the axle. You might as well just
You look like you're having a good time.
Sorry,
You look like you're having a good time.
I tried.
It's a good
Volunteer
turnout.
work, I better.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you.
turn around and go.
So most people know I do get drawn to the orange with classic cars, and that's no different with Jeeps. I'm usually drawn to Jeeps. I just love the look of them, and I'm here with Matt. How's it going?
Good.
Love what you've got here. It's cute, it's compact, yet it's got a lot. What have you got?
It's a 73 CJ5. It's been, the engine is swapped out with a 93 Camaro LT1 engine. Original transmission, transfer case. Everything else is all original. I haven't done anything else to it.
Nice. And what's happening with the roof here? So we've got the windshield down.
Yep, so the windshield, the older vehicles, it's a lot easier to take the windshield down than the newer ones.
Okay.
You just undo 2 screws and it drops right down.
Because I haven't seen that often.
Yeah, it's not, well, you get any of these newer vehicles and you got to undo like 3 bolts on each side and undo these screws on the inside, and it's a hassle. These are just 2 bolts and it's down.
And what is the purpose of putting it? Would you be able to drive with the windshield down?
I've been driving it like this all week.
Okay, but you have before?
Yeah.
So it's possible? It's okay, cool.
I drive it around like this because it doesn't have AC, so
yes.
it's a lot.
Well, 73
it's a lot
you
nicer
said.
when it's hot down here. So
that's for sure. So the interiors, have you changed the seats?
I have not. I bought it like this from the guy who did the original restoration on it. I've just been maintaining it for the last 3 years and driving it. So
you've had it for 3 years, and now you're thinking about selling it, because I saw the for sale sign here. Let me just get this close up in case somebody's interested. You can give Matt a call. So you're thinking about 15 grand or best offer?
Yeah. So I actually have a build plan for it this winter. The reason I originally bought it was because it has the 350 in it and it's rust free. So I wanted to build it out.
Okay.
So before I did that, I thought I'd give somebody a chance to save it and keep it as a collector's item before I start cutting into it.
So what would you do if you didn't sell it? What's the plan?
I have new axles waiting at home. They're Dana 44s out of a J series truck. So they're about 12 inches wider. Plan to do like 4 to 6 inches of lift on it.
Wow, okay.
Stretch the rear end about 10 inches.
How would you stretch the rear end?
Essentially, you just take another old frame and you weld it on to the back, and then you extend the frame. That would allow me to bring the rear tires back about another 10 inches, and I would also have to cut from here all the way back and pretty much cut away the body. So
right, and that'll give you a bigger bed.
It would give me more room for up travel while off-roading. So I'd be able to have better road stability. It'd also give me better off-road stability.
Well, I hope you don't sell it, because it sounds like you've got a plan. It's going to keep you busy, and you would have restored it yourself. Would you have done it yourself?
Oh, I plan to do it all myself this winter if I don't sell it this weekend. So.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens, but it's pretty cool. And the restorations you're telling me, it's going to look real nice, especially if it's lifted and extended.
Oh yeah.
Would you do anything to the 350?
It's pretty much right where it needs to be. So it's just ready to go.
It's ready to go. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for that, Matt. I appreciate it. Thank you. Up the hood?
Yeah.
Smoky Mountain Jeep Racing. They're down on the main vendor lot. Nice folks. Make sure you stop by and see them. Tell them Conte Centre. And while we're here talking about getting a little warm today, I don't know if you're familiar with
not strong enough.
Headliner. They're the highest rated premium Jeep.
You got the horns. Love that. So is that anytime if you beep, those horns come out?
Yeah. It's the previous owner put the Dixieland horn setup on it. So.
I will slow down in front of you just to hear that. Okay, so 350 engine, it's a Corvette engine here, and what's the horsepower?
It was dynoed at about 360 after the rebuild. So.
Yeah, and that's a lot for this small Jeep.
Yeah, the original engine that was in here is a 304 V8 from AMC, and it had about 120 horsepower originally.
Okay, you've almost doubled that. Yeah, more than doubled it.
So it's a lot of fun. It's actually kind of dangerous at higher speeds because she gets a little squirrely. So.
Does she? Okay. Is there something you can do that if you did keep this to be able to maintain and keep that power? Is there anything you can do to control the swirl?
Yeah, actually doing the wider axles is going to
that would help it.
So that's part of the reason why I wanted to go with the full-size Dana 44s.
Okay.
That's,
Okay.
that's the main purpose, was road stability.
Road stability. Fair enough.
For Mindy and her honey Steve, who said, get a little Billy Ray for us. I said, yeah, there you go. Just don't get the floor too dirty as you do your line dance. You can tell the world it never was the girl. You can burn my clothes.
Hi there. How's it going?
How you doing today?
Not too bad. I'm Rana.
Ron, I'm Randy. How you doing?
Randy, nice to meet you. It's your Jeep behind you there?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Can you show us?
Sure. Yeah, it's started out life as a regular two-door Wrangler,
Okay.
and I took another Jeep that was crashed in the front, so I built a bed out of another Jeep and extended it by 3 feet, so I have a two-door pickup truck.
Wow.
So it's all custom built, custom interior, the center console, dash gauges. Got it.
So you've just put two Jeeps together?
Pretty much.
In simple terms, your hard work and all that complicated work
Exactly,
you
right,
do.
yeah.
And I just come
Jeeps that
along
were
and I
destined-
say,
Mhm.
you put two Jeeps
Jeeps that were
together.
destined for the junkyard. Yeah, I got a supercharged 6.0 LS V8.
Very nice. Very nice. What year was the Jeep originally?
2000 TJ, yeah.
And what made you want to extend the back?
I bought the Jeep. I like to do things different that nobody else has, you know, so I bought the Jeep. The frame was rusty, and it was actually going to the junkyard. And so the frame was already really rusty, so I thought, if I'm going to play with the frame, let me just see what I can do with it. So we found another Jeep that was crashed, and I made the bed out of that, and took the frame out, extended the frame to accept
Wow,
the
so
bed.
this is a complete restoration
It's-
because you
it's-
bought this when it was in the
Oh
junkyard.
yeah, it was pretty much scrap parts, yeah. Then I did a lot of little simple things that, you know, I had to change axles with the motor, and then I just did a lot of custom stuff like this. This part of the tub for the Jeep is where you would have, this is where you would have sat, and I had room, so I have a winch in there that comes out the back.
Right. So it wasn't just the back of that Jeep that you used pretty much 3/4 of it.
I used a lot of little pieces and parts, and there's parts of Jeeps from every year. Like it's a 2000. This is out of a 1983 Scrambler that I cut and modified.
Nice.
So this was like an LJ body. There was a TJ tub. I got JK parts. There's Jeep parts from pretty much all years. So sort of morphed in. Like I built the center console. The shifter is out of an H1 Hummer military truck.
Gals, you can shop at Walmart.
Oh my, you've really customized it,
So
haven't
we kind
you?
of did a lot of, even the tailgate. I welded the tailgate in here. It's from a CJ7, from an older Jeep. And then same thing here. In fact, my book got wet last night in the rain. But this is what I started with.
Wow, this is what they say when nothing is junk. Everything can be saved.
Right. Everything.
And
Yeah.
everything can be
And I even
used.
have a hard top and doors. I cut down a factory hard top and full doors. So in the winter time, I have.
Do you
a
have
top and
pictures
doors.
of the of your own Jeep when you bought it in
Right
2000? There it is. Okay.
And then there, so I pulled it in the garage, and I just started cutting things apart. And I took the original tailgate and moved it up, welded it all
and
in.
you've done all of this yourself?
Everything at home. Yeah, it never left my house.
Wow.
I cut the frame, extended
And
it.
the paint as well, you did yourself?
Yeah, everything, yeah.
Is this what you do?
No, I just do it at home. I have a sign business, so this is just something I play around at home when I'm looking for something to do.
Wow.
So
Well, when you're looking for something to do, it saves you money. When I
Yeah.
do that, it usually costs me money.
and I said, here's what I built the bed out of. So this Jeep was hitting the front.
Right.
And so I used the back half, and I cut it apart, and then took a back half of another Jeep, spun it around, and hooked it in and welded it all together.
Wow.
Yeah, so then I just played around with cleaning it all up. And that's
Well, you've got an art, you know, you're into signs and stuff, so
Yeah.
you've got the hand to be able
right.
to
Yeah, you
weld
gotta know a
and-
little bit about everything to build
Yeah.
signs. Even fiberglass. I took this hard top and sawzalled it all apart and saw how I liked it to fit, and then I just fiberglassed it all together.
And how long did it take you?
I've been playing with it off and on for a couple years.
Yeah.
At the original build, and I had it running with the original drivetrain in probably 9 months or so.
9 months. It's good. It's
But
not
then
too bad.
it's been a couple years just, you know, changing things, like the roll bar I just did a couple weeks ago. Last weekend I just did the sidebars. And then I've just been doing little things. Like these were originally from a Gladiator, and I had to cut them to fit because they're like the same size.
Yeah.
So I had to shorten this step, and then to cut the end off of here and then weld it over to here so it fits. So I had to, like I said, it's got parts from Jeeps from pretty much all places.
Is it safe to say that you're not finished? You'll be adding some more stuff to it?
Yeah, I got little things I got to do yet. Yeah, I have no radio in it yet, so I'm going to end up doing a radio at one point, figure out how I want to do all that. Little odds and ends, yeah, a lot of little tweaks here and there.
Well, you've done great. I mean, with the paint and everything, and the fact that you did all of it yourself.
Yeah, that was part of the fun. I just wanted to build it at home, low budget. It really is. Like a lot of guys say, oh, my Jeep's low budget. I spent $20,000 on axles, and it's all really like stuff that I did at home in the garage. It never left my house garage. Motor swap, axles, painting it, and putting it all together. What about the engine? The engine I actually got off a guy that built it to put it in another project car that never happened.
Okay.
Because I had it running with the 6-cylinder, and I used it for probably 6 months or so, and it was really good. And then a friend of mine, I knew he had this engine, and then he decided to do a diesel motor instead of this motor in his thing. So he said, yeah, you want that drivetrain? I'll give you a hell of a deal. I said, all right. So
you're not going to pass up on a hell of a deal.
Yeah, right, exactly. So let's figure out how that works, you know?
That's pretty cool.
And it was good. And even the winch in the back.
Yeah.
That was a winch I got off a Jeep that was on fire. The whole winch was melted, and so I got it off. I didn't want it. It was all melted. So I took it all apart,
and you can
sanded it,
restore
cleaned it, painted it, put it back together, and I was like, I got this winch now, so let me put it in the back.
That's amazing. Well done. That's amazing. Now I have a question for you. So I mean, I like Jeeps. I like the way they look. They're just fun. They're fun cars. What's with the ducks?
I don't really know how that started, but
all the cars here, from the parking lot to here, I see ducks on the windshield.
Right.
And even you've got a duck here.
Yeah, I got them all. Like every Jeep thing I got piles of them at home. And
like, is there a mascot that I'm missing? Or?
It's just if people think your Jeeps are cool, and some of them leave little tags, nice Jeep. I mean, and it happens not at just shows. I could be parked at a supermarket and come out and there's like ducks on my Jeep. You know, it's just a thing. And some people don't like it. It's really good for the kids. Like last night, we're sitting out at the main road, and people are just cruising up and down the road, and they're throwing ducks at people, and people are, and they stop with little kids, and then they give them to the little kids in the Jeeps. Yeah.
That's okay.
It's a kind of neat little thing, I guess. I don't know where it came from.
I mean, I think it's absolutely adorable, and I love it. So I'm not complaining, but I had to ask.
And what brings you here?
I film the car shows around the States.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do appreciate your time here. Thank you so much.
All right, nice, thank you.
All right, absolutely beautiful. Love the setup. Mark, how's it going?
Good.
You've got wicked Jester behind you.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about your ride.
This is 15 JKU. It's got everything but under it. Got the 38s. It's on 20 and bead locks. Got all kind of the rock crawler. Got the Steer Smart suspension. It's everything. It's everything.
Steer Smart suspension.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Steer Smart bars. Got the anti-rock. Got the rock crawler control arms in the back. Got the RCV axles. Got the reed knuckles.
Wow, absolutely amazing.
Fox 3.5 shocks.
Beautiful. And these shocks are absolutely amazing. So how did you get the car up to this
level?
Set up this level?
It took us almost 6 years to get this.
6 years?
Of changing, replacing, upgrades.
Upgrades.
Yep.
But now with the anti-rock and the Fox suspensions, you're able to get it to this.
Yep.
And how do you just drive up the one wheel on the ramp?
Yep.
Wow, because it gives you such an effect.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely brilliant. Can we see the inside?
Yes. You got the DS18 in the back.
Nice paint job. So this is, you've added this here?
Yep, this is Wicked Jester.
And tell us about Wicked Jester before we go.
It's actually a clothing line.
Okay.
I just like the clothes, and I decided to name the Jeep after the Wicked Jester clothing line.
It's pretty cool. I mean, is that, what is that? I can see like a dragon.
It's a Jester, like in the front.
Oh, like the clown.
Yep, like
People who are supposed to make you laugh,
right,
but scare me. Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. Let's have a look.
And you got BS18. We're changing the amp out right now, but we got 512s.
Brilliant. Look at the
soundbar
speakers
top.
up here.
Yep.
The soundbar. That's beautiful. You've done a lot to this.
A lot to it.
A lot to it. And how long have you had it for?
About 6 years.
6 years.
Yep.
And you've got obviously that for short people
climbers.
like me. Beautiful. And what's the twin here? Is it a twin? Can I say a twin or?
No, this is high maintenance.
High maintenance.
This is like a fine brick.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely high maintenance, that's for sure. I'm absolutely loving the Diamantes here.
No, she's walking around. She's admiring other Jeeps.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And I love the little guy
Oh
here.
yeah. Her twin here.
It's definitely high maintenance. Love it, absolutely love it. And you've got a Jeep Club.
Yeah. Black Sheep Jeep Club, Kentucky.
Okay, is it just a bunch of friends?
Yeah, a bunch of friends get together, hang out, do stuff we like together, and
Yep.
hang out places like this.
And you go off-roading,
Off-road,
obviously.
absolutely,
Yep. Oh,
it's
that's
all pretty
awesome.
shiny, but it will go off-road and go whatever to do it. It's capable of everything.
I'm not surprised, and I wouldn't think anything otherwise, because with those wheels, yeah, you can do whatever you want with
Everything
this.
you want with it.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Good, how are you?
Good, good. I see you got the lights on, the engine's running. You're not about to take off anywhere, are you?
No, air conditioning.
Yeah, I do not blame you. It's super hot here. What's your name, sir?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, I'm Rana. And what have you got here? You've got a Rubicon.
Rubicon, JL, 4-door. Everything that's done on it, me and my buddies have done.
Okay, well you're here at the Show and Shine, so tell us, what have you done?
Let's see. Put the Go Rhino bumpers on the front and back. Put the Warren 12S.
Come this side, away from the music.
Yeah. Put the Warren 12S winch on there. Put these Black Rhino rims and tires on. I've got a Super Nintendo in the front. You can play on the screen.
You can actually play.
You can play on the screen.
That was one of my favorite games growing up.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I go in?
Yeah, go ahead. Seat's probably hot.
Oh, I won't see it, I'll burn. There it is. Oh my goodness. So this is the Nintendo 64?
This is the Super Nintendo.
The Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you can play the old Mario, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart.
All the best games,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's the X409 radio. It puts an HDMI input, so you can take and you can put an Xbox on it. You can put anything that takes an HDMI port will work on that screen.
That is absolutely brilliant.
You can watch Netflix.
You know how to drive, mate. You know how to drive.
You can watch Netflix, do whatever you want.
That is so cool. I love that. I love that you've got the game set up there. What have you done on the inside?
So I put this radio in.
Yeah.
And then for travel, I actually have a fingerprint lock gun holster in there.
That is so cool. Let's see that. And that's actually connected to the car.
Yep, it's hardwired in. I've wired all that stuff in. I put this radio in. I like this radio because it is a self-contained unit, so the radio itself is behind the carpet. You can control everything from here. It's a Midland.
You and your Jeep would be the ideal person to take off-roading.
I take it off-road a lot.
Yeah, but you're all well prepared. You got your radio, you've got your gun, you've got the games as well.
Yep.
Yep, you're well prepared, sir.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Soft top on for the summer, hard top on for the winter.
Well done, because a lot of people do have it without having the hard top, and that can get really hot and really cold in winter.
Yeah, we get a lot of snow where I live too. So.
Yep, where do you live?
I live about 2.5 hours in southwestern Virginia.
Okay, yep.
In the mountains.
In the mountains you would get snow. That's brilliant. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mackenzie.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Good on you.